So this going to the section of Refuge. There was a little girl in China, very positive, I think. And some people in China went to Refuge, so I just expanded the Refuge. Then, by the way, the line Zoom, and so other people also can listen, so learn, or even you know the subject, but to remind or to pursue, to create less non-virtue and more virtue. Like that, to abandon non-virtue and to practice virtue. That was recently. Without the words, then just mentioned. Then one achieved the everlasting happiness, liberation from samsara. Even that is not sufficient, not real the purpose of life, meaning of life. The real meaning of life is to benefit others, and not to harm, to benefit others. So not starting from one sentient being, from that. That is numberless sentient being, numberless helplings, numberless hunger ghosts, numberless animals, numberless human beings, numberless sura beings, numberless asura beings, numberless intermediate beings. So what they need is to be free from oceans of samsara suffering. So that, and then to that, and to bring, not only that, then to bring them to total cessation of obscuration, not only gross obscuration, subtle obscuration, and then completion of all the realizations to bring their Buddhahood, and then by oneself. And for that, you need to achieve state of omniscience. Then you can do that. You have perfect quality, so then you can bring to, so you have you achieved omniscience, your mind is in that. So omniscience, and so perfect power and the infinite compassion embraces all sentient beings. So of course, so in that. So therefore, going to listen to teachings. I'm teaching, so like that. So it means you are listening teaching, my giving teaching, or listening teaching to every helplings, to every the numberless helplings. For example, being alive and alive, numberless. Black line, like how the wood is cut, or how the done by the carpenter. So you suffer like that. Like your body used like the wood by the carpenters, all that. So bare lines and the cutters with sword, all the things, numberless. But we were suffering numberless, more double hair, suffering more, much more, it's double than first being alive again. Yeah, one day, yeah, some hundreds of the Kachode, yeah, the should spear go through. So many days and hundreds, so many days. So, Adripa's karma is not truly existent from its own side due to about different karma, negative karma past, negative karma. So that means came from the mind, negative mind. So I have to understand that one's mind not came from its own side. No, it came from its own mind. So as our daily happiness came from our mind, daily happiness, our suffering problem came from our mind. So it's just like that. Even the daily problems, so daily happiness, same. So the largest, the health, so come from the mind. One's own negative mind. So happiness comes from the virtuous mind, and so. Like that, so it's, so that health suffering to the gathered, crushed, dijum, numberless, the numberless health well-being suffering. Then crying, great crying, the numberless itches, heavier, so much deeper, heavier suffering than the next one. The hotter, unbearable suffering said the edge. And then there's the edge measure called suffering. So that numberless is one. Numberless. Whoa. Then suffering the heavier, the second one, then goes a lot heavy, longer, So just think hell, just amazing, just that is unbelievable. So my talking, they all listening to Dharma. So there's not left even one helping left, didn't live out from all those. So even not only free from that, and then the hunger goes, and the animals was numberless. Then maybe suffering numberless, then Sura being suffering numberless, Asura being suffering numberless, Indem is suffering numberless, so everyone listening there, listening, teaching, everyone. So freedom from those sufferings, and totally free from oceans of samsara suffering, and bring them to the state of omniscience. So like that, by oneself. And they were listening to teaching. So it's not a small thing, it's a small matter. It's not a small thing. It's like limitless sky, the purpose. The purpose, why you're listening to teaching, why I'm teaching. It's like limitless sky, so no end kind of purpose. Need purpose, and. So that, wow, can you imagine? So it's not this happened by fortune or something, no, not that. Okay. Then I repeat again the part of the refuge. So the inner beings refuge, going for refuge. That is all when going for refuge to three precious sublime, Control Rinpoche, number 3 precious sublime ones. Control Sum. The usual translate 3 jewels, it's very simple. 3 jewels worth. It's translated very, kind of very simple thing. So, exact translation is called Tibetan, 3 precious jewels. So so diamond is more precious than gold. Well, there's sapphire. Now, the Vishigram jewel is more precious than numberless gold. That's the numberless diamond. If you get one Vishigram jewel from the ocean by cleaning 3 ways, the last thing, the smell. So you put it on the banner on the day of the 15th, and then whatever you pray, all the needs for this life, all the comfort, all the needs for this life. So how many helicopter you want, how many jet airplane you want, how many golf place you want, or how many what's the expensive car? What's the most expensive car? Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce. So how many Rolls Royce and how many Palace? Whatever you want. So. Due to the marriage, many things you are good karma marriage, then condition that jewel, condition that, then you pray. Then right after that, you have to pray, then it gets materialized, like the Sai Baba. So, it's that you can produce that. For common people, earth, ashes, but for some people, watch. Gold chain or different things. So I've told a few times. So there's one family Chinese in Malaysia, Singapore. The mother's name is I don't know. Ming. Today I'm forgetting that. Ming's mother, the whole family somehow very close connection to Sai Baba, like benefit. So she ranges monks from Lower Tantra College and from Thawakamchen, from different countries. So they do different puja, the birthday, or there's another day, birthday, another day, I think, another time. Another time. I don't know which one now. So she has more pujas to done. So the Momandaltara puja or the short meditation Buddha puja, Mela Chodema, and I think besides that. So so even the monks, he gave the elder monk There was one elder monk from outside. So he gave golden as a chain to him. I did like this. Yeah, like that. So, but he's not magician. I heard in Delhi, somebody had a lot of money in the hand, gave. So he thought he got it, but by the time when he reached in the house, it's not there. So that's a magic. So if it's done with a good heart, with a good magic, if it's done with black heart, black magic. Anyway, so yeah, so yeah, so that. So now with Dharma Sangha is more precious than which ground jewel. Sky filled with which ground jewel. Sky, limitless sky, filled with which ground jewel. You understand? Even you have sky filled with which ground jewel, it cannot free you, free from lorddoms, or they're free from nirkama. It cannot be. And then alone it cannot cause you to get higher rebirth. No. It alone you can't be free from a samsara. You can't achieve sorrowless state, nirvana, everlasting happiness. No. And alone you can't achieve casually total cessation of obscuration in the subtle one and completion of all the realizations. Buddhahood, you can't achieve that. It doesn't help to achieve that alone. So, but yes, the Dharma Sangha, you remember the Dharma Sangha, it purifies, it frees you from the cause of the Lord realm, nirkama. Because it achieve the higher birth by taking it with the Dharma Sangha. By taking it with the Dharma Sangha, it frees you from samsara. Then by taking it with the Dharma Sangha, it frees you from the falling down in the Lord Nirvana, and also it frees you from that to not fall down in the Lord Nirvana, in the great Nirvana, full enlightenment. You got to achieve. Yeah, so like that. It's amazing. So that after achieving enlightenment, you are able to free the numberless sentient beings from the oceans of numberless sentient beings, as I mentioned before. If you think that, then you can understand. Free numberless sentient beings, numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsaric suffering. Then not only that, then bring them to the peerless happiness, to Buddhahood, like that. It's unbelievable. Most, wow, what you can do, what it does, but benefit by things which are aligned with the Dharma Sangha, what it does to you. So therefore, more going talk. Going to repeat numbers. Three rare sumlaimans. So more rare, by that more rare than little sky filled with which grand jewel. It's like that. Numberless, limitless sky filled with numberless jewels. Oh, with Dharma Sangha, it's more precious than that. So the numberless jewel, jewel filled with the endless sky. So there's nothing. So you come, there's nothing compared to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to rare sublime. What more? So it's unbelievable, rare, the sublime. Wow, wow, wow. To rare sublime ones. Wow, 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 wow. Lamaja. To rare sublime ones. Like that. So that's what it means. Kuncho that three rare sublime one. So people translate that. That's meaning, you see. Or that three jewels. That's very simple. So three jewels, very simple thing. So go for full rely totally. So important, yeah. So it says. In short, said going for refuge, going for refuge is not the only reciting words. As I mentioned before, just start reciting with parrot also recite words. You go to tape, then recite, so that you can play the whole day and night. That tape record is not taken refuge. So you make this. They were shown in the TV. What's called the machine? You make the man. There's no kind of male female sex, but you make the robot. Then you see robot. They recorded, I think, the robot to speak. So I think the Japanese or Korea or somebody, manga, I'm not sure, but it's taking, rely on, like taking refuge to the robot. So then somebody asked a question, you can't rely on that because it's not, it doesn't mind, body and mind, it doesn't the mind. So somebody says that. It's very funny. So there's people different. Some looks like somebody started to say faith. Very funny. But I think you can make a robot. You can make a robot, and you can record. It has to be that. So there can be many learned people. You see, it's like observation text. Many group of people, many learned people. You see, giving correct answer on the basis of Dharma, basis of Holy Dharma. The correct answer is on the basis of avoiding negative karma and the practice of good karma. The cause of suffering, avoiding negative karma. The cause of happiness, the practice of good karma. So, on the basis of that, and then she give an answer. So all the correct answers. On the basis of that. Or even though you're not on the basis of that, then your answer is not correct. If you try to answer, it's negative karma. It's then you are telling people to involve negative karma. So if the answer is not based on that, then you see answer doesn't become character. So you see, many landed people, that's what they, on the basis of that, you give answer to the, to the like book, like dictionary. So you make this is this is my new idea. Instead of making book, you can make what is called the machine? Robot. So you record there many answers into that instead of book. You see, explain book. You sort of you put many answers to that. So of course. Now, if you don't know mind, so you cannot think. So what you only the answer what you recorded, only that answer can be spoken. So you see, for example, one thing I feel today, what His Holiness not many lamas in Tibet already, and many lamas in there already in Tibet. So advised not practice, not only His Holiness, before in Tibet. So when I was, for example, myself nothing but giving advice to different people who practice Thaje, then I advise to not practice. So it comes out not same, always not same. Different way to different person. I think that's according to level Dharma, according to the mind, karma level mind. So the answer, of course, is not practice, but it is not just that. It comes out a different way. So that fits exactly to that person. You see. So that's why to able to help sentient beings exactly without mistake according to their level mind. So that's why you need to achieve enlightenment. The subtle karma by dispelling the ignorance, the obscuration, the not seeing the subtle karma. Anyway. So you need that. So you need omniscience actually to give answer to according to the numberless sentient beings, according to even hundreds, even 10 sentient beings, to answer exactly according to the level of their mind. So for example, with name Majida son. So it comes here later. Majida, I think some position, some high position. So his eye has bodyguards. They came to where the father is living. So the father thought they came to kill him, and so he passed away or something. I think it's Majida. And then, so then father died. He was so worried the father killed him, but he killed the father. So we went to see Buddha. The Buddha said, father, mother's object to kill. Buddha said. Buddha told him. but then he realized meaning of that is true selflessness. Selflessness of the person, selflessness of the aggregates. he understood, he realized that meaning. is correct. But what the Buddha said is father, mother's object were killed. So that made him immediately so happy, because so humble, killed father. So he was happy by hearing the words, but then he realized the meaning of that, true selflessness. To eliminate the ignorance, holding the I as real from beginningless rebirth, I appear real, and holding it real as it. So, from which not now, but beginningless rebirth. So that's why suffering from beginningless rebirth. So realize that ignorance, the wrong concept is dispelled. Dispelled, or what is it? Dispelled. That's another word. Eliminate, yeah. So, then the second cause samsara, first cause, second cause ignorance, holding the aggregates as real, all the not from beginning to rebirth. Eliminate the selflessness of the aggregates. Check it down, man. So, to be perfect, you need like that. Incredible Buddha. So you need it like that. So wrap up, you can't make the wrap up like that. Wrap up? Robot. You can't make robot like that. Can't make robot like that. So, but like a book that gives explanation to the question. So similar, you can make the robot and many learned people put answer there, the question and the answer. So you could put the question about Google, or then they give answer. So similar there, you ask questions, they give the answer. So then Dharma, extremely, like ocean, extremely extensive, deep. So you have the Dharma, all the Dharma answer about base truth, about path, measure, wisdom, about Dharmakaya, Rupakaya, so holding all the answer Dharma, all the questions there. So so the robot, so it can't to give answer like Buddha does, but many learned people go together. I think in the basis of Dharma, basis of avoiding cause of suffering, non-virtue, practicing good karma, the cause of happiness, on the basis of that. So then all the answers on the basis are correct. So anyway, all the teachings of the Elizabeth and the Elizabeth teaching, the teachings of the Great Vehicle Sutra and Great Vehicle Tantra. So it's a book, you see, make a robot. So it does help many ordinary people. So it depends on how deep, answer you record there. So it helps many people. It does help many people. Yes. So you can, like the Google, you can put the question there and then give the answer. So you can modern technique, you can do that. It's a book. Most kind of more fascinating through, but can't do like Buddha. It doesn't, no way. So, that's just there, yeah. Okay. Upon the insect ant, but very quickly disappeared. Somewhere and went. Usually the iPad, many ants come on the iPad to watch the iPad. But then you want to catch away I'm lazy, so to take it out and hold the object. So I blow. When there's energy, and then take two around, hold the object. Take around, hold it. Should go 3 or 5 or something. So I take sometimes, but I'm too lazy. So yeah. So I just want to tell. By the way, this thing. I saw a story in the book. I saw a story. There it says, see, on the water, on the leaf, there's very tiny 7 insects, very, so tiny. So taken by the wind, 7 times around. The Bharatana statue in the water, so went around, but wind taken 7 times. So then, just by that, so easily purified negative karmas, or to be reborn Lord, so born a human being, next life. Just wind to 7 times round on the leaf, small leaves, Bharatana statue. So they were born human, but they were born lower caste. So they got so much renunciation to their caste, and I guess created more marriage, and they were born King Kashika. No, not King Kashika. Forgot his name. I think it was there. King's name. King Titi. Not here. So King Titi something that I didn't remember 100%. Something like that, Titi. It's a long time ago. Then I think during that time, then they saw Buddhakashapa, the second life, they him being third life. They are born very high kind of. I think Titi's family, I think, very high, him, sort of, people, respectable people. So there's working, there's a Buddhakashapa, Sanyosu, and the Buddhakashapa told him, predicted them their enlightenment. So you see, the benefits. So you take them around, holy object. You know, statue Buddha, scripture text, all these stupa. So you take them around. Oh, you see, though they purified, they come as a Lord, and that's what happened. They get born human being, next life. You have to know that. In the one way, it looks so easy. So it is like dream, like incredible. So you take them around the whole object. This is what a benefit you give with him. Miracle. I mean, just can you imagine? So you see, the next life, they were born very high. I don't say. King Titi's family were born, and so Buddha Kashyapa predicted them the enlightenment. So it's wow, what can you imagine how quick? Wow. That's the benefit of what they get by going around. So you take them around, can you imagine? You take them around the whole object. Wow, what we're giving them is unbelievable freedom, unbelievable freedom. Wow, freedom from not only Lord realm, but freedom from even samsaric human rebirth, freedom even from samsara, then enlightenment. Wow. Oh, this. So if there is a one statue Buddha, one course of enlightenment. And if you take them around one time, you give them course of enlightenment one time. But if there are hundreds holy objects, pictures, statues, anything else, then you create one another course of enlightenment by taking them one time around. Or if there's 1,000 statues, 1,000 holy objects, then you make them to create 1,000 course of enlightenment by taking them around one time, just one time. Like that. So then, of course, you take them how many times around that to create there are many courses of enlightenment. So it makes them to achieve enlightenment quicker. So that way you repair their kindness. That they have been the cause of all your happiness from beginningless rebirth. Now, in the future, continuously, and your enlightenment come from them. You receive from them. And of course, they are the most dear to your mind. They are the most dear to you, most kind to you, most precious to you, wish fulfilling. So you achieve everything, all your happiness up to including enlightenment, you achieve from them. So they are wish fulfilling to your mind. So any sentient being they are taken around, spider or mouse or rats. Many people don't like rats. Many people don't like spiders. Many people don't like what? Scorpions. So Dhamsala, Tishita, is there many scorpions in the old house, bathroom, Lama's bathroom, the big room, there's a bathroom the other side. Then many scorpions come from the roof. Many scorpions. And so I try to catch this. The scorpion. So the lead of the bottle, I fill up with milk. So I put it there. Milk on the lid of the milk. Then but the Geshe, the sort of Nagas, sort of drink milk, so then there's still like that. I don't say where can I drink milk. I think he said live all in water like the turtle. So then, yeah, I used at the altar. I remember something like that. Then when the Genchama came, then he wanted to touch. He wanted to touch the scorpion. Genchama wanted to touch the scorpion. I was so scared, and the scorpion has the tail, to hit bad. So Genchama wanted, because he no fear was bodhicitta. Because that's totally, I'm much incredible loving kind of compassion touch. So I didn't let him treat you. I was so scared. You want to touch, yeah? But on the lead, you have milk, then the scorpion comes to, you put that scorpion there. It looks like you want to pat. That's scorpion. You want to pat. Comes milk then, it looks like you want to pat. So I want to tell this just today. So you're repaying their kindness when you take them around. So from beginningless rebirth and also future. So all the kindness, unbelievable kindness. Yes, and then of course, being mother, and as a reaching back at kindness of the given body in numberless times from beginningless rebirth. All particularly human body. So that then kindness protects life from danger, hundreds of danger every day. Then kindness of bear the hardships and some unbelievable. I don't extend to take that. So then. Gave education, so the content in the 4 outlines, and so from beginning, not just only one time, from beginning, but I meant one thing, but I watched the TV or the iPad, the bird, all kinds of birds, the mother. The songbirds, the cat, they go out. There are many babies in the nest. Big mouth opened when the mother comes. And then they come out, quite coolly. They catch the flies. They catch those, flies that tiny but wrong, and the wrong wings, wrong legs. I don't know how to catch. When they fly around the flowers, they catch. They bring quite quickly to feed all that. Then that's one time during that. Jansa one time, one sentient been killed. There was 500 lifetimes you get reborn those worms, those insects, and you get killed. 500 lifetimes, you killed one. So that's just still one. So 500 lifetimes to suffer life. Amazing. So like that. And then suffering in the lower realm. Then after you're born a human being, but not that karma, but not the good karma. You are born a human being, then there's still three sufferings. But this result, all the sufferings of the place, so the killing, then the place, lot of war, lot of fighting, lot of disease, lot of so dying, unhealthy place, dying with a disease, dying, so easy to die, all like that. Then, so as I mentioned, I think one time, just recently, also the side effect. So, for example, I have diabetes. So, if I eat sugar, then it affects. Even generally, like sugar, there are many things. Normally, to be eaten, but by the diabetes, then it harms, it increases the diabetes. So things like that, or, it's a correct medicine for your sickness, but there's side effect for some people. The food, it is a food to be eaten normally, but it is side effect for some people. Oh, that's by killing. Other thing, unable to digest food. I think that's also from killing. Unable to digest food. Oh, unable to digest food. So then there's when you're born a human being, do the good karma, then another good karma. Then result of the negative karma, the killing, they see creation results similar to the cause. Then experience the result similar to the cause. So how you are harmed, that you are harmed to other sentient being, you killed her. You see, then result. You experience similar results. Somebody killed you because you killed somebody. So experience the result from the cause, similar to the cause. So you didn't do. So somebody killed you. You see, whatever you didn't do is you kill again, because the habit of the past karma, killing others, so killing others in the being. So habit of that, whatever you did killing other in the past, so you do, because the habit, you do again. You see, you do again. So as soon as you don't change your life, your mind, your karma, then you see, then you do again. Wow, that she base motivation and action goal is for. Then it has a continuously. So like that, samsara suffering no end, endless samsara suffering you create. So therefore now, to meet Dharma, to meet Holy Dharma, now you can see how that's so urgent, the money. So urgent, the money, the food, the Dharma, so urgent. Wow. Wow. So urgent. You see? So now look at numberless helping, numberless hunger was, numberless, and as I mentioned, each level of the hell realm, the numberless, each suffering, each living level of suffering, the numberless helpings. Just like that, for example, numberless. Then even human beings, yes, one way. Yeah, well, look at them, human beings is nothing, but just human beings, met Dharma, not met Dharma, numberless human beings. Look at the Afghanistan, or the America, those who escaped from Africa or from different countries, America, you see, to yeah. So all those messages. So now, people in the world, how many have met Dharma? Buddha's teaching, how many have Dharma? Can you imagine how? How many have Dharma? Even they're born by Buddhist family, so Buddhist, but they have no idea. They don't know what Buddha, they don't know what Dharma, or no Sangha. They're born by Buddhist family. So Buddhist, yes, but then, yeah, they don't know Dharma. So they kill animals. So you see, met Dharma, holy Dharma, met holy Dharma. It's almost nothing in the world. The rest of people have met Dharma. Met Dharma, but you know, there's no Dharma. Even the, I don't know how to say. Even they're Buddhists, they say they're Buddhists, but they don't know Dharma. There are many misunderstandings of Dharma. So then they practice their life, many mistakes. Even religious way, even they regard religion as a mistake. You see, doesn't bring happiness. Only suffering, only Lord realm suffering. Wow. So can you imagine on your bed, in your room, find insects. Then you take around the room, you take around the holy object. Wow, that. This is so precious. So the third one is, as I said, you know, you are living. We live in the house, protection for the body, and happiness. You know, you get. And then by eating, by wearing clothing. So for that, the numberless sentient means diet. When you lay the foundation, mouse, the ants, and so on. So died, have to kill, burned. So, when you lay the foundation, that's well, then people have to suffer, work so hard, hold cold, and then the clothing, besides the animal skin, by killing animal, so then you know, even it's not animal clothing, but animal skin, but it come from yes, animals will come from trees, but animals died and killed and all that. So many people suffer for that. That our happiness in this clothing and protection for, and then food. So without telling yeah, I mean, one rice, as I usually mention, the one rice that goes in your mouth, and then you know, in the field, so many insects, worms get killed, and by the human being, so many human beings have to create negative karma for these. And the rice, there are many work. In Nepali, you know, I don't know what, I must ask them one day to learn. So many times they will work in the rice field, you know, to put water, to this, that, move plant, when they grow, then we move each plant, but I don't know. so that human being, so that rise can be another rise. So then I can summon the sentient beings, the creatures that killed, suffered, human beings suffered, so that rise can be another rise, that can be another. So the life back thousands of years ago. Numberless in them some that would then finally it goes in your mouth to rise. After rise come rise, then there's the then moderation is only your happiness. That's very, very sad, very cruel, most cruel. Very sad, and then not thinking of them, not thinking something to do, life beneficial for them, your life beneficial for them. So, see, generally even you don't believe reincarnation, karma, or you see, but this evolution, you believe in that. So, so how much suffer numberless beings for this. So even you don't believe in karma, you can't. It's difficult to put in your mouth to eat yourself, putting your own happiness, and forget all these numberless beings who suffer, they died. So even you don't believe in karma. But you have to use your life. You make your life beneficial for them, beneficial for those sentient beings. At least, whatever benefit, human beings and the non-human beings. You have to be really. You have to make your life really benefit to them. So even you don't believe, even no Dharma, no reincarnation karma, you don't believe. Have to. You have to practice a good heart. Have to, no choice. So then reincarnation, believing reincarnation karma, then Dharma, see. So the Dharma have to practice for them, for sentient beings, numberless sentient beings. So not only them, for all the sentient beings. Wow. So Mahayana teaching, so we, by meeting Mahayana teaching, so that we always when we begin prayer, we begin with the Refuge Bodhicitta, Sangha Chodam Sukasana. Always we begin with that. In the meditation, it begins with the Refuge Bodhicitta. So if you think of the meaning of unbelievable benefit of the sentiment, no question to yourself, but unbelievable benefit of the sentiment. Wow. What is I'm forgetting while I'm talking. So, so now here, yes, now you see, you are taking them around the holy objects. What do you find in a room? Taking around the holy objects. So you see, it's so important. So to repay the kindness. So important to repay the kindness of all that. And I mentioned third kindness. And to repay the kindness. So makes them to achieve enlightenment fast. Not only free from samsara. So good. Rebecca, So you bring them to enlightenment, and they bring you to enlightenment. You bring them to enlightenment. While you're bringing them to enlightenment, they bring you through enlightenment as well. So you have to know that. So is outside numberless. Can you imagine? Outside numberless. But that you find in your bed, on your body, on your bed, in your room, you see, it's like found which grand jewel. It's like found which grand jewel, not one, but even fill the whole sky. That Dharma jewel and this one sentient being, this one insect, which is more precious. Fill the whole sky with the which kind of jewel. There's nothing compared to this insect. If you cherish this insect, you get besides all the kindness. Besides all kindness, if you cherish that, you liberate from the lower realm, you get higher birth, you get free from samsara, you get free from lower nirvana, you get a great nirvana enlightenment. Wow. So this is so precious. Then sky filled with which grand jewel is nothing. Oh, like that, you see. You met, you received more pressure than the sky filled with which grand jewel, like that. So in Singapore, some years ago, when I was in Singapore, I bought this much. There's a 21 Tara. There's a 21 Tara. There's a 16 Arhatas. Then there's a Edmund Buddha. There's a Lama Chöpa meditative field. And this much for each family I gave to put in the kitchen. But in the kitchen, so many ants come to get sweet and food, you see, many ants. So in the kitchen, to put in the kitchen, each family I gave, maybe 300 something, but each one cost how many thousand? Each one $1,000. No, totally $4,000, I think. Huh?
Yes, total
$4,000 cost, yeah. So this much picture. You see, in each kitchen, in each family kitchen, I gave. So when they find the insect, then they put it in the box. There's 2 boxes in Singapore. I told them how to make. They put namjalma on the top. That's very good because when the insect go inside, then they need to come out, always get purified. If they die there, they don't get blood. So on the door, when they put animal go through the box, there's a motion. It purifies 1,000 even karma. So here's the reason. What do you think? What the animal is? It's a kind of talking each other, kindness and the other. So yeah, so like that, 2 box like this. Oh, easy to catch. Oh, like that. See, so yeah, like that. So everyone brings them to enlightenment. That's so good. All right. Yeah. So I want to express this one. Just whoever listens to the video online, so they understand what to do. So there are many insects. You can put it in the plastic bag, and when they get clean, then you plastic bag, you take them around. We'll see like that. You can do that. You clean, you put in the plastic bag, small insects. So one time in Hong Kong, I bought a the jumping one. What is it called? Grasshopper. Yeah, 1,000 grasshopper is the richest plastic bag. Half. No, it's flat, the half. So I take them around. That time I was carrying Buddha's relics with me. So they go around Buddha's relic. It's so fortunate. They go around Buddha's relic. So that time I was carrying Buddha's relic. So in the forest I did. There was one monk who was very famous in the feng shui. One monk, now maybe died. So, yeah, like that. Because the people feed the grasshoppers to the snake or to their pets. So, all right. So, going for Refuge is not just recite words. So it should be like sorry. Criminal person who is going to be executed, you see, then that one, so unbelievable, looking for object to be saved, or what do you say? Saved? To be saved, yeah. So much looking to free from being killed. So to some leader, rely on so much. Like that being scared the law, realm, and the samsara. The Buddha Dharma, you go for Buddha Dharma, but you see, who has the power to guide from law, realm, from samsara. You have total faith in the, so that mental factor, there's fifth one mental factor. So, kundunga, so omnipresent, you call omnipresent translated, but the five mental factors, kundunga, they always accompany with the principal conscience. So there's one there's intention. So then totally rely on by total faith that can save you from law and from samsara. The totally rely on them. Oh, that mental factor, that intention, oh, that refuge. So it says here by Repaying. So whether there's a refuge in the heart or not, it depends on that. It depends on what you have that feeling, so strong. See, want to rely on Buddha. Otherwise, if you collect, you collect for 100,000 times. Even you collect, but you see, you don't have that refuge in the heart. That strong reliance to Buddha, you don't have that. Then it's not taking refuge. Even you recite words 100,000, millions, you see. But you are totally empty of that refuge. It's a total. They have the power to save you, Lord, and as a total, you don't have that. So I give you example. This in Sulukumbo. There's when you go from Sulukumbo rolling to this Namjapata, the part of Sulukumbo. So there's when you go back, that I remember, when you go this way to Namjapata side, I don't remember at least 2 times, but maybe 3 times. So you see all the people carry a huge luggage, business wealth, like that drink alcohol, they potato alcohol, then rub the hands and hands. Then the road is a little bit up. There's no road, it's a rock. Then that time it's very quiet. Then remember at least 2 times, but quite quiet. No stones fall down. Then when you go up, well, the first time, it looks like there's noise. I don't know who is this. Then these people, everybody decided, because you can die any time. You can die any time. Throne cover any time. So everybody said, I think Sherpas must recite Pema Samanta. The Tibetan, I think maybe they recite Oman Bemu, I think. So everybody said, then I noticed afterwards, everybody saying something, Baba, except me. But I was carried. I was a small child carried by somebody. So, so whenever you reach here, then big sort of then small sort of ting ta. They thought somebody dead. The last person dead. I believe 2 times, but all the time, whenever we people, whenever complete here, then sounds come down. Lama Lama. Yeah. Sounds comes down. It happened 2 times. At both times I thought the last person killed, but it was like that. So it was, I think, maybe due to the strong refuge to Pema Sambhava. I think the strong not coming down that time. But right after the last person on this verse, then strong. Wow. There wasn't much story people killed. There was 1 or 2 people story, but maybe hit strong here, the hook, then, but not much story. People died, but strong refuge. So that's the way how it should be. Refuge in example, my everyday life. Everyday life, refuge should be like that. You see, if people who have got realization refuge, then you will know how they. You see, they never waste time. Always recite Om Mani Padme Hum, always recite mantra, you see, to purify. Always the mindfulness. Always, wherever they are, a suffering place or happy place, even though they're in the 5-star hotel, even though they're in the moon, still they mindfulness. The Buddha was saying this as a. 2 people from samsara and were there. So they were constantly collecting virtue with the action bodies, which mind is even they went to the moon, or and the ocean, and so like that, So when so much pleasure you forget, so much suffering you can't do. Then time to practice Dharma is hard to point out. You have a very hard to point out. Pleasure, you can't do forget, because overwhelmed by pleasure, attachment. Then suffering, then you can't do. Even small suffering can't do, like me, can't do. So, all right, I think we stop there. Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. I didn't finish my. So okay. Yeah. So anyway, to benefit sentient beings as much as possible with the body, speech, mind, benefit sentient beings as much as possible in your life. So whatever you can, that's the most important. Okay, thank you very much.